Good evening. This is a meeting of the Police Oversight Board for Albuquerque. My name is Joanne Fine and I'm chair. And I welcome you to this meeting. We have a lot to cover, so I would like it if we just get started.
Chair Fine, honorable board members, we've run into a problem with the investigative staff at the agency. Commander McDonald is no longer allowing the download of videos to our files for investigations. He is only offering view access through evidence.com, but that does not allow us to complete an investigative file, and it won't satisfy our obligations under the consent decree when the monitoring team wants to see the investigative file on which we base our investigation and our decisions, if in fact the video is missing and all they want to do is provide an uplink to evidence.com. Additionally, these videos downloaded are preserved and then have no issue with the automatic deletion if in fact there is not a case number assigned to that particular video. So we would like the board to address a letter to the chief to outline a protocol to go back to the previous standard to allow the CPOA to download and retain videos for investigative files.
Okay, I had some questions about this when Ed told me about this, so I want to make sure that this information is out there. And that is, my first question was, why do you need to download it? And the answer was more detailed than Ed just said right now. So when they do an investigation based on videos, based on everything, including videos, we all have access to evidence.com so that we can look at those videos. But that is time limited. And that access expires. What Ed is saying is that it expires for the staff as well, and they have an obligation to share that data, to share that information with the monitor, with the DOJ, in their reporting, is it just the monitor?
Chair Fine. Well, yes, as a part of our evaluation to compliance with the settlement agreement. Okay,
so we need to show them something we can't show them if this commander's new rule is allowed to go unobjected to.
I have a question. Mr. Harness, I don't see what the rationale is from Commander McDonald. Does he have one?
Yeah.
The Chair Fine, Board Member Garcia, the stated rationale is fear of evidence tampering, fear
on our part,
fear of the chain of evidence being broken, and overall protection of the integrity of the video.
But up until when it was okay for us to do that? Up until when did there be a change happen?
Apparently there was a change in the protocol after the Ronaldo Chavez affidavit in November. However, it just has been enforced over the last few weeks. So okay. We've been downloading videos since November when the affidavit came out and there was a change in protocol. But for some reason, it's only been enforced over the last few weeks.
Okay, so because the police department's been accused of tampering with evidence, they're holding on tighter to that evidence. Is that your best guess of what he means? That they're holding on tighter to that and they don't want it to go out from there, even to the CPOA?
That's correct, Chair Fine.
Okay, I want to ask Mr. Baker a question. Doesn't the ordinance say that we have access for whatever we need, for whenever we need it? Isn't that a fair assessment of what they say?
Chair Fine, members of the board, I mean, obviously it's worded a little more narrowly than that, but the gist of it would be that you need access to anything that you need to complete the agency's work.
So no reason to deny us access is legitimate, is that correct?
Well, I don't know that there would be no reason but I can't think of one sitting here right now that, especially because videos would be, in most instances, subject to a public records request in any event. And so I think it's something that is worth following up to determine what the basis for that change would be and
Yeah.
get it straightened out.
It's just, are we ready? Do other people have questions on this point? Is the best way for the board to write a letter or our lawyer to write a letter?
Chair Fine, the chief has certain mandates as it relates to the obligations of the board, so I would think therefore the board should write the letter, but certainly we could all collaborate on it.
Okay, I'm good with that. Anybody want to make a motion to that effect?
I move that we write a letter.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign? Unanimous.
Chair Fine, members of the board, just for clarification as we go forward, the instruction is for us to prepare a draft and get to the board, a draft that, for Chair Fine's signature, that raises this issue and seeks a return to the prior status quo, correct?
Yes. And I want to make sure that we outline the reason we legitimately need it, that we're not just asking this for the sake of, messing around. We're asking because we legitimately need it. And that's our reason for asking, so.
Thanks. That just gives the direction that the board has weighed in as a group so that we don't have to come back to another meeting before it goes
Okay,
out.
good. Is there anything else, Mr. Harness, on that piece?
Chair Fine, no. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
All right.